Salute, Michael Enrique. I appreciate you, man. Rob Cruz, salute. So we was gonna have a special guest on this afternoon, a very special guest, but that you know, is not gonna come to fruition because we having audio issues. So now we're trying to get another special guest on for y'all, man, for the peopleizations. So listen, I need y'all to smash the like button because YouTube is playing games with the notifications. D Griggs, La La D, peace and blessings to you, Queen. Down on the 64-year-old G Grant, salute. Jafari Caesar, salute. So I need y'all to smash the like button. I need y'all to donate to the channel, support the channel, man. YouTube is now playing more games. They're not sending out the notifications, all types of stuff. So I need y'all to support the channel, man. Keep the channel going. So support the channel, smash the like button, and support it. Let's get it in, all right? So appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all. Support the channel, donate to the channel, man. Show love, man, so we can get it in. Jeffrey Lake, salute. So support the channel. Ethan Daly, salute to you, my brother, in the super chat. He says, salute, Blue Blood and communities. Appreciate you, bro. Always showing love. I appreciate you. Ricardo Rimpley, salute. Zaza Brown, peace and blessings to you, Queen. How you doing? Appreciate you, Michael Enrique. Appreciate you. He said, Blue, you the best, man. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate that. So, yeah, we trying to get special guests on, because like I stated, the guest that's real special guest I was going to have for y'all, we having issues with the audio because they out the country. Lala D, peace and blessings, Queen. Thank you for the super chat. In the super chat, salute Blue Blood Sports TV. Appreciate you. Chuck P, Seville's boxing, salute. What's good with you, King? Ty King alive. What's shaking? Appreciate y'all, man. So yeah, YouTube is not sending out my notifications. They're playing games with the views and all types of stuff, the watch time and everything. So I need y'all to support the channel, man. This is what they do. Share the videos, like it, do all that good stuff. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, back at y'all with another one. Antonio Wright, salute. Charles Mack, salute. Moyo Sauce, salute. So, like I stated, we was gonna have a very, very special guest on, but they're out the country. They're trying to come on, but it's no point because we having technical difficulties with the audio. Moyo Sauce, salute. On the Roads Boxing, Zed Brooks, Multimedia, salute. The fourth card decree, salute. So it's no point. Main Event Mark, salute. What's good with you, my bro? G-Man TV, what's good? Yeah, so smash the like button, hit the like button, and support and donate to the channel, man. I don't like to ask y'all to do that, but this is what we got to do to keep the channel going because YouTube is deciding just to, for whatever reason, I'm always their target every other month. So, you know what I'm saying? Anthony Edmonds, salute. Kenneth Johnson, Star City J, Kane Brown, Big Lloyd, what's shaking? Marquise Johnson, what's good? For whatever reason, I'm every other month, I'm the subject of their target. Macadon one, salute. So, so this is what was taking place. Elvin Hansen, salute. This is what takes place every other month, man. Every other month. Don't send out the notifications, all types of stuff, man. Boxing and barbecue, salute. Lacey Duffy, salute. So support the channel, smash the like button, donate to the channel, support the channel, man. With that said, I'm looking to have a special guest, waiting for my co-host, my brother Kurt Anderson, to jump on, and we're going to get it going. John Berrien, salute. We're going to get it going. We're going to get it cooking. So smash the like button as you come on in. Wipe your feet before you come inside. You understand, Schmee? Show love to the channel, man. Support your boy Blue, man. Jewels of Life, salute. Ricardo Wembley said, your Cash App in description of every video. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna start doing that too, man. Box conversation, my brother Reggie Owens, salute. I gotta learn to put the link in there. But see, this is how YouTube gets you. I'm gonna tell you how YouTube gets you. They don't want you to put links in the description no more. You see what I'm saying? Eli Zachary, salute. So if I put a link in the description, it's going. They see that. They don't want you to put links in the description no more. G5_gay, my brother in the super chat. Salute, Blue, Kurt, in the chat. Keep pushing, Blue Blood. Appreciate you. Yeah, they trying, Big Lord. They trying to do whatever they could to. Every other month, I'm the target or whatever for whatever reasoning. I follow all the guidelines, do everything, but this is what they do, man. This is what they do. Sylvester Solomon, 2011, salute. Pava Vision, salute. He said Ryan Garcia versus Teofimo might be coming sooner than thought. I doubt it. Salute to my brother Tony Justiano in the super chat. Salute, my ninja. You should do those morning lives. Salute, King. Tony Justiano. Appreciate you, King. Yeah, Moyo Sauce, salute. I try to let my brother Cali Enigma have that time. Gene Samuel, salute. Nevada Watson, salute. Jose Hogan, salute. Because James Bender, salute. When I was using that time slot, the early morning time slot, I was highlighted by YouTube for whatever reason, man. John Freeman, salute. Carlos Arias, salute. I mean, just it is what it is, man. Anthony Edmond, salute. Two Flat, salute. Joshua Ellis, salute. So, you know what I mean? I wanted to talk about this, man. We got Devin the Dream Haney. He has been calling out he's been calling out Ryan Garcia relentlessly. Hold on, I'm trying. Michael James 616, salute. Jay Cooley, my brother, salute. Andrew Charles, salute. Jamie Arose, salute. Yeah, smash the like button. So Devin the Dream Haney, Chilltown Major, salute. Nitty G, salute. Devin the Dream Haney has been relentlessly calling out Ryan Garcia, right? Without response, at least to my knowledge. I haven't seen Ryan Garcia respond to anything Devin Haney is saying. But yet, at one point in time, Ryan Garcia was stating that that's a fight, that he wanted. But hold on. Special guest calling me back. That's a special guest, but having too much can't connect, man. Nevada Watson, salute. Gary TH, salute. We just can't connect. So John Freeman, Boxing Goods, salute. We having an issue connecting because he's out of the country. So it's just a technical difficulties. But Brooklyn King, salute. So with that said, Ryan Garcia has yet to respond to Devin Haney, right? At least to my knowledge. If anybody's seen otherwise, let me know. Maybe I'm wrong. Rayman Two Sides, salute. Stephen McCurdy, salute. But this is a fight, if you guys don't know, Devin Haney. Hold on, that's one more time. Pardon me, my peopleizations. 985 Bo Jizzle, salute. Yeah, so Devin Haney has been calling out Ryan Garcia for quite some time. So you know, Ryan Garcia has yet to respond. At least I haven't seen him respond. Now, is this due to Oscar De La Hoya saying he's not ready? Now, see, we knew Oscar De La Hoya came out and he stated that. Eric Jenkins, salute. Oscar Marcus Priest, salute. Big Boy AD, salute. So Louis Candelaria, salute. Dave, who's that? Hanky Stanky 420, salute. Dave Dawes, salute. So we knew we heard Oscar De La Hoya come out and state that he wouldn't allow Ryan Garcia to face off against Gervonta Tank Davis. We knew that. We heard that already, right? New Fat Boy Fitness, David the Real Thomas, salute. So we knew that. We heard that, right? And so with that said, right, he said that Tank Davis was an absolute monster and he wasn't going to let Ryan Garcia get anywhere near him for that matter, right? And now, but what about Devin Haney? Hendo Stick, salute. What about Devin Haney? Can we make that happen? Right? Smash the like button as you come in. Share the video, man. Support the channel. So with that said, is Devin Haney what happened with Devin Haney? Mark Thoe, salute. Devin Haney, wants to fight the best. He was calling out Vasil High-Tech Lomachenko. He confronted Teofimo Lopez when Teofimo Lopez was saying stuff about Devin Haney. Y'all guys remember, you could go to Barbershop Conversations, you could go to Fred channel, and you could see Terrell Colwell, salute. You could see when Devin Haney came in front of Teofimo Lopez and told him to his face, I don't have no boss. We can make that fight happen. And Teofimo Lopez energy was different when Devin Haney was standing in front of him, and he was like, oh, somewhere down the line, so on and so forth, right? Millionaire Mindset, salute. This is what he said. So Devin Haney is open to fighting everybody. He want the best. And he said he want all the best ASAP because he don't plan to stick around the division for too much longer, right? So he called out Lomachenko. He called out Teofimo Lopez to his face. Yeah, he's been calling out Ryan Garcia every day right now, relentlessly. And I'm looking at Ryan Garcia's social media, right? And he's always praised for his having so much having a huge social media following, right? That's what he's praised for. I see he posted 4 hours ago, right? February 14th, Anaheim, California, Hyundai Center tickets link. He'll be fighting, right? He posted a day ago. Thank you, for having me, show, then he posted 2 days ago, I'm trying to separate myself, February 14th. No response to Devin Haney, though. Now let's look at Devin Haney's social media. Real Devin Haney. I'm on his Instagram, right? He posted, I punished Ryan Garcia the last time we fought in the amateurs. This is a day ago, right? Right. I won everything I could win in the same division as him, amateurs in the DR. I did it again as a professional WBC champ. Ryan Garcia is scared of me. Tell his fans to ask him why. Haney versus Garcia 2020. Is he bluffing? Question mark. Right. So he asking, is Ryan Garcia for real? Right. And January 4th, 2020 at King Ryan. Now he added him, right? He added Ryan Garcia. What's good with you, Kurt? Got my brother, my co-host in the building. What's good with you, Kurt?
Blue blood, man. What's going on with you this evening, man? I'm chilling, man. How about you?
I'm good. I'm good. That special guest, he keeps calling me because he keeps trying to connect the original one, and but he's out the country, so it's just he keeps calling me like every 5 minutes, but it just won't connect. So we'll try again tomorrow. So actually, he's in Paris, so
Right.
he's having a hard time connect, but he's definitely trying to come on. Every 5 minutes, he's calling me back trying to come on, but just not working. And it's like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning where he's at, and he's still trying to connect. So, but we're gonna do big things here, Kurt. We're gonna do big things. So I was talking. I'm waiting for the other special guests. They said 9 p.m. So I was thinking about coming back on at 9 when 7-8 get off. If you're free, Kurt.
Yeah, I should be free. Just probably watch some college basketball, but I ain't doing that much.
Okay, so yeah, if then we'll see how that plays out, and I'll keep you posted with that. But I was talking about Devin Haney relentlessly calling out Ryan Garcia. January 4th, he called him out. He keeps calling him out like every other day. So he just called him out January 4th. He said 2020 at King Ryan Garcia. He at him, right? Did I hear my boy is finally ready to get some get back, right? And he said he gonna knock him out, so on and so forth, right? I haven't seen Ryan Garcia respond to that. Seems like every other day he's calling him out. So just yesterday, he says, I punished King Ryan Garcia the last time we fought in the amateurs. I won everything I could win in the same division as him as an amateur, gold in the DR, and I did it again as a professional WBC champion. Ryan is scared of me. So he's saying that and as the WBC champ in the same division, he become the WBC champ. Ryan is scared of me. Tell his fans to ask him why, question mark. Haney versus Garcia 2020. Is he bluffing? Question mark. So he's relentlessly calling out Ryan Garcia, but I've yet to see anything from Ryan Garcia responding to him. Now, salute Dunnar Reed, Philip Redden, Eric Jenkins, salute in the super chat. Blue Curtis in chat, salute peeps, salute to you, King. Thomas Chandler, Sierra F, peace and blessings, Queen. Iron Whitaker, salute. My brother Box Conversation, Reggie Owen, salute. John Freeman, salute. So my thing is this, right, Kurt? I've been seeing we know that Oscar De La Hoya came out and he stated that when Ryan Garcia was pushing for the Gervonta Tank Davis fight, he kept saying he said that Gervonta Tank Davis is too much of a beast. This is what Oscar De La Hoya said. He was too much of a beast, and he's not gonna allow Ryan Garcia to fight him. Right? So say less. Salute. Kurt Hunt, my brother Curtis Hunt, my mentor. Salute Curtis Hunt. He said, Blue, love the grind. Hashtag LDBC House of Boxing. Yes, sir. Hassan 17, salute. So he said that he wasn't gonna let Ryan Garcia anywhere near Gervonta Tank Davis because he was a beast. He was an animal. He felt Ryan Garcia wasn't ready. But Devin Haney, I want to say is more along the lines, right? As far as age. Now he's been a champion. He's accomplished more. Official belt, WBC belt. So he's definitely more accomplished. But as far as age and they came up. Everything should be evenly, even when according to they come up their age. They're in the same age bracket, same weight class, same everything, right? Gervonta a little bit older than both of these guys, right? But they competed in the amateurs. There's a lot they have in common, is what I'm trying to say, and it shouldn't be out the realm you know, to match them. Now I know, you know, it's not likely that you match two guys at this point in their career, this early in their career. You know, they just don't do that in the sport of boxing. It's just not, it's not heard of. You know, last time we saw this was what, Devin Alexander and Timothy Bradley early in their career. They was matched up, you know, but Ryan Garcia said he wanted this fight. Devin Haney wants to fight. So why not make it happen? What's your thoughts on this, Kurt?
Well, it's obvious that Haney is far more advanced than Ryan Garcia, even though they're the same age. And you know, they're trying to protect Ryan Garcia. You know, De La Hoya don't want to put him in a ring with nobody like Devin Haney or Tank Davis. See, they can use the age as an excuse when it comes to Tank Davis, and with Devin Haney, he just ain't ready. You know, and Haney did destroy him as an amateur. Ryan Garcia is not as advanced, especially his skill set. You know, he leaves the chin out in the open, up in the air. You know, he has good hand speed, but he hasn't like really fallen anybody yet. You know, so Oscar, he may be a little crazy, but he ain't stupid. He knows that he can't take his young prodigy and put him in a ring with nobody. I mean, anybody like Devin Haney, because sometimes when you do that, they never the same. You know, because mentally, you know, they take that one loss and they lose confidence. So he's going to move Ryan Garcia very slow. You know, he was in a ring with Duno, the Philippine. I know he was going to crush him, and they trying to make it seem like Duno was a very big challenge. So when Garcia got rid of him in the first round, you know, it was this big old celebratory. You know, he's coming, which I knew Duno didn't have a chance. You know, I would like to see that fight. Devin calling out everybody. That shows that he's fearless. You know, and that's what you want to see the young fighter. See, I'm the type that when you have a young fighter, throw him out there to the sharks. He's either gonna sink or swim. You know, because Wilfredo Benitez won the title at 17 when he was in high school. It wasn't, oh, he was too young, he didn't have enough fights. Like they used that excuse for Canelo and Floyd. They throw him out there, and he won the title, the youngest world titleist in boxing history, with his high school peers was in the audience. You know what I mean? So, but De La Hoya's not going to do that because he see money in him. He want him to be a matinee idol. But throw him out there to Haney, see what happened. You know, Haney is just too good right now for Garcia, and Golden Boy knows this.
Yeah, I agree, Kurt. Salute to my brother Christopher Jurnett in the super chat. He said, "Keep grinding, Big Blue and Kurt Sugar." Salute to you, Christopher Jurnett.
Salute.
Yeah, Kurt. You know, my thing is this, right? Oh man, my speaker's not even plugged in. Y'all can hear me clearly?
Yeah, I can hear you clear.
And the speaker not even plugged in. How's that?
I can hear you clear, just like before.
Yeah, I'm like the speaker not even plugged in. Salute Christopher Jurnett. You know, but if Ryan Garcia, like you said, Kurt, you know, they said that the dude Duno, you know, he was supposed to be this big test, and he passed this big test. You know, so Devin Haney, listen, how far away is Devin Haney than Ryan Garcia? Now, you know, I feel like he's light years ahead of him. You know, but if you're a promoter and you feel like, you know, they're on the same wavelength, you know, why not? Let's make it happen. Why not make it happen? They the same age, they competed together. Why not? You want to see how good he is, and he's a champion. So you're getting a opportunity at a title, because I know they're gonna say he's a champion at recess because of his injury and things of that nature. He ain't lose the title. I thought it was too quick of a move, of a decision by the WBC to say, hey, let me have the belt, because they didn't. Keith Thurman didn't have that. Didn't happen. Keith Thurman. 6 months. That's not eternity to be out the ring. Now maybe Devin Haney is going to need a tune-up before he goes into a fight with Javier Fortuna or Luke Campbell winner, but to strip him of the belt, I mean, I thought that, and I understand the recess. He should just be the champion, and they should have said, "Listen, Javier Fortuna and Luke Campbell gonna fight to see who's the mandatory for the WBC or something," because it's still the same thing. He's still gonna get his fight, the winner of that fight immediately when he's ready. So why even mention that? Just say, listen, you could give him an interim belt, a silver belt, whatever, Javier Fortuna and Luke Campbell. Why not? If Javier Fortuna wanted, because he became the mandatory, so he want to stay active, he don't want to wait for Devin Haney to heal up. Okay, we'll fight Luke Campbell anyway, and it's just for the whatever. You know what I mean, Kurt? What's your thoughts on that? Did they just take it from him too quick?
Oh, absolutely. I've seen fighters have longer time out, and they didn't strip. I think it happened to Keith Thurman. For the organization to snatch that title like that, for that young kid like that, man, that's it's just wrong. It just seems like they do certain fighters wrong, man. They do all the heavy lifting, they snatching titles. Never get the benefit of the doubt like other fighters, man. I'm sick and tired of it. It's just, racism in boxing. To be honest with you, they didn't have to take his title. He's going to be back in the ring anyway, anyway. But they took it. They trying to make it hard for him. They see a young and up and coming fighter, man. It's almost like they're saying there's too many of you, and we're gonna take your title. And I thought it was fishy from the get-go to take Haney's title. Now, hey, I would like this to fight a tune-up fight, and then the winner of Campbell and Fortuna, beat them. I think it's a good test. I don't know who's gonna win that fight. Fortuna a little long in the tooth, but he's awkward. And Luke Campbell, I'm not crazy about Luke Campbell, man, but in boxing, anything can happen. He, has length and everything, and just get your belt back. That's all.
Yeah. Trick Noty, salute. It's just boxing, salute. Michelle Bouchard, peace and blessings, Queen. How y'all doing, man? Peace and blessings to each and every one of y'all. FOC Rock Boy. Salute. Terrence Bell. Lothario Robinson. Salute. He said, I would like to see Haney versus Ennis. Man, that's they in far three different weight classes. He fight at 135, Ennis fight at 147. They 2 weight classes apart from each other. That's too far. Yeah, I just thought it was too swift of a move. Bo one, salute. Justin Ucabila, salute. I thought it was too quick of a, like, just all of a sudden, just, he having any legit injury, and it's just, oh, well, we're going to take the title and just get, like, what? Why? Man, like, that, I thought that was ridiculous. But, and what the worst part to me is this, is that you break my record up, now I'll break you, salute. We'll get to that in a second. So my thing is this, he's going to fight the winner of that fight anyway, as soon as he heals. So why even announce that? They could have did that behind the scenes and say, listen, the winner going to fight Devin Haney. Devin Haney had an injury. He had to pull out. Now Luke Campbell and Javier Fortuna going to fight. And the winner of that fight is going to fight Devin Haney, something like that. You don't have to announce that I'm taking the belt until he gets ready. What? For what? For what? Look how long Canelo holds the belt and do nothing with it. You're not doing that to him? I mean, I just think it was ridiculous. And and I think that Devin Haney's going to beat Javier Fortuna, Luke Campbell anyway. Jupiter B, salute. And he was patient. Eric R, salute. Devin Haney was patient when they maneuvered around him for Lomachenko to fight Luke Campbell. He was patient with that entire situation. Just went workmanlike. Just did whatever he had to do to get to that position. Okay, y'all gonna give it to Lomachenko? No problem. I gotta fight this guy to get my opportunity. No problem. And that's what he did. He didn't kick, scream, make noise about it. Jason Rodriguez, Jay Grant, salute. You understand? He didn't kick, scream, and he just, okay, so I got to fight this guy to be in position. That's what he did. Then he became in position to fight Vasyl Lomachenko. Then Lomachenko said, I don't want the belt. I don't want to have to fight you to get to for this. No. And so then he went and he still went workmanlike to achieve it. Now he achieved it. And the first thing he do when he suffers an injury is say, we got to take it from you. I mean, that's all wrong, man, Kurt. That's all wrong to me, man. That wasn't cool to me, man. I think he didn't deserve that. I think he deserved better. Kazi 59, salute. I just think he deserved better, man. Kurt. And what you think about the way the sanction bodies move around today's time? Is it too many?
I can't hear you. What was the last part?
I said, is it too many sanction bodies now? It's just complicating everything, man.
Yeah, I mean, we had the WBC, WBA. We didn't need the IBF or the WBO, but since we got them, we got to deal with it. But I just think that they treat certain fighters better than others, man. With Haney, like I said, they shouldn't have did that, man. With Canelo and Keith Thurman, whatever, get the benefit of the doubt. Canelo can do what he want to do, but other fighters can't. If I was Haney, I would get that belt, man, but look for other avenues, man. If an organization treating me badly or whatever, and see, a lot of people don't get it, man. These organizations don't treat the fighters, like they should. That's why you see certain fighters may throw their belt in the garbage. They don't really want to deal with that, but they take drastic measures and throw the belt in the garbage like Riddick Bowe did, whatever. But when you have a name, your name overcomes the belt. Like Floyd Mayweather, he never needed a belt, or he'll drop the belt, and once you become a name, I would do the same thing, man. But I've seen a lot of garbage with different organizations, man. And like I always said, the boxing business is worse than the drug business.
Easy Two Feathers, salute. Jupiter B, salute. John Freeman, salute. Train 22, Jay Grant. Sports 101, salute. New Jersey, salute. Hey, man, you break my record, now I break you, man. I seen it, man. I'm starting to think that you're trolling, man. Enough, man. I seen it. I said we're going to get to the question. Legendary Top Cats, my brother, salute. In the building. He live in Texas, but he Harlem through and through. Go subscribe to my brother, Legendary Top Cats, man. Click on his icon and subscribe to his channel. Yemenian Yisrael, salute. Clifton Brunson, Ashante L, salute. What's shaking? Yeah, this dude is asking and saying that Jamal Charlo is ducking Demetrius Andrade. Do you feel that way, Kurt?
No, I don't feel that way. People use the word duck too loosely, man. You talk about promotional companies, politics, time frame, all of that, man. I don't think that's the case, man. They just got to get some things straight, and maybe they'll fight, maybe they won't. I would like to see the fight. I heard Eddie Hearn offer Charlo the bag to come one fight deal, fight Andrade. I would do it, but it depends. It depends on the fighter. People talk to him. They have a team, man. So the team has to be on the same page. So sometimes fight ain't meant to be. It's not going to happen for whatever reason. But Andre and Charlo, they should fight, because that's a good hardcore fight fans fight that we could sit down and enjoy. It will remind me of somebody like Harrison and Charlo. It's just a really, really good fight that you can enjoy. So hopefully they will fight. Blue, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. You hear me?
Okay. Yes.
Christopher Jannette, salute in the super chat. WBC World Boxing Crooks. IBF is the true belt besides the Wilder belt. Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know. I lost service or something for a second, Kurt. Apologize for that. Yeah, but I think that's a fight that needs to happen, man. It was a fight already scheduled with Jamel Charlo and Demetrius Andrade. And Demetrius Andrade is at fault because he chose to back out. So let's stop saying that the Charles are ducking Demetrius Andrade. He chose to back out. Now he backed out for legit reasons. He said he didn't like the wording in his contract and what he was getting. He didn't like the percentage he was getting after he already signed it. That was up to him. That's his fault. You know, so Andrew McMillan, salute. So they're doing that, you know, that's his fault. You know what I mean? So, you know, when you look at it, he had a contract signed, sealed, and delivered. We was waiting for the fight, and then he backed out. EJ JR King, salute. He backed out. So how can we say they're ducking him? Jamel Charlo was signed on a dotted line to fight him and make it happen. He chose not to back out of it. So you can't say he's ducking him, right? He got to, you know, obviously he has I believe the Chris Eubanks fight was already in the making. So I think that, you know, it's more than likely he'll fight Chris Eubanks. Yeah. KF Harris, salute. Loomis Simmons, salute. Lala D said, "Wow, Blue flipped that on Andrade. Wow, I ain't flipping on Andrade. How did I flip it on him? I'm just saying that they was all right. Lala D, what did I flip on him? Did they have the fight signed, sealed, and delivered? And did Andrade pull out? Stop me when I'm wrong. When I'm telling something that's false. Somebody stop me when I'm wrong. Andrade pulled out of the fight. Messiah, Woback, salute. Or I'm doing this, calling it like I see it. Andrade pulled out the fight. Jamel Charlo was waiting for him. He did them already foul. The underrated darkness, salute. Mr. DJ C92, salute. He did them foul already. So now how we gonna say dunking him? If I signed to fight you, what am I dunking you for? I already signed to fight you. I was already to let's go. We had the date, we had the venue, everything ready to go. And then you say, I'm not doing this because I don't like this, and this. And you leave me hanging, and now I have to go a different direction, and I go a different direction. Now later on, you're gonna tell people to tell the world that I'm ducking you. How does that happen? Tay Brown, peace and blessings, Queen. But so it's just what it is. She said, but why they bringing up old stuff in my smoky voice, Curry? I'm just saying, why they ain't in a rush to do business with him. Now, I have to agree, if they offer him, originally I heard that they offered Jamal Charlo $7 million. I thought $7 million is not enough. And the reason I say $7 million is not enough, if I'm Jamal Charlo, $7 million is not enough because you're giving Mikey Garcia $7 million to fight Jesse Vargas, and that's not a title fight. It doesn't have the same implications. It's not as big. Nothing of the sort. So you're giving him $7 million to fight him, and I'm gonna come there in a unification bout with two undefeated dudes. Jesse Vargas has a loss. Mikey Garcia has a loss. You paying them $7 million. You're gonna pay me the $7 million. I don't have a loss. I have the WBC belt, the most prestigious belt in the sport of boxing. I'm gonna fight the WBO champion who's undefeated. This is a bigger fight, and I'm gonna fight him for $7 million. The same as you giving this dude $7 million? No, I think you need to give me $10 million at least. Salute to B&B Boxing and Super Chat. It says salute Blue and Kurt. Salute to you, bro. Appreciate you. Bravo J, salute. So if you're gonna pay him that underrated darkness, salute, then shouldn't I get at least 10? What you think about that, Kurt?
Yeah, you know, you never take the first offer you wait it out and see and maximize your dollar. That's a big fight. Mikey getting 7 million against Jesse Vargas. I mean, I was surprised he got that much, but hey, get the money. It's business. Charlo, he can get more than that. Seven, it's not a bad, but he can get 10, maybe 9. I'll take 9. I'll take 9 million. That's a very good payday for Charlo. That'd be his career high. So, if he can get more than 7, then so be it. I will sign to the zone to fight Andrade to get that bag. Then I'll come back to the PBC or whatever. But let's see what happens. 7 is not bad, but see can you get more. That's just how business. And plus, Andrade is not the most sensible guy. Sometimes he moves weird. We get on Crawford, whatever. Nobody's moved more weird than Andrade. He's not easy to negotiate with. It's not.
Mm-hmm. Chevelle Solomon, salute. Baltimore in the building. Salute to Baltimore. Antonio McKinney, salute. Jay Dixon, salute. So that's just my thing, Kurt. Like, negotiating, I'm going to say, you giving this dude that? You got to give me more. I got more to lose, more on the line. Yeah, it's a one-fight deal, and I know people are going to say, Billy M, salute. I know people are going to say it's a one-fight deal. Why not take it? No. Billy M said Mikey Garcia is a bigger draw than Charlo, but it's always smart. Mikey Garcia, that's a myth, man. Show me how the comparison to Mikey Garcia is a bigger draw. Tim Allen, salute. Carl Lillavoy, salute. We just bounced South D-Town, salute. We just automatically assuming because he has a Mexican heritage and Mexican background that the Mexican fans support him. I'm not saying they don't, but show me that he has a bigger draw than Jamal Charlo.
For some reason, man, they think Mikey Garcia is a super duper star, man. I listen to people, and this guy is coming off a one side beating, and the way he talks with the arrogance and everything, he just think that he can walk on water. He's not that kind of fighter, man, because there was no buzz besides the Spence fight that he's this huge draw, man. He tried to take credit for the Spence fight, like he brought his people and the pay-per-view numbers. Well, Spence had a lot to do with that as well. So when you see a successful pay-per-view event, you need a good dance partner. But you think Mikey can carry a pay-per-view by himself? I mean, it had to be Spence. Spencer Porter did well that pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
This guy, thinks he's a superstar, man. For some reason, I really don't know. With this overwhelming fan base, it's just a lot of myths about Mikey Garcia, man, being this popular.
Mm-hmm. I gave the numbers, right, Kurt? Here's the numbers.
Yeah.
Mikey Garcia and Errol Spence did 360,000 pay-per-view buys or something like that, right? Errol Spence and Sean Porter did 340,000 pay-per-view buys. But Sean Porter, so you're saying Mikey Garcia has a whole country, he has a whole Mexican heritage behind him, backing him. Sean Porter is the guy that even Errol Spence himself said that couldn't sell out a family barbecue. So Sean Porter can't sell anything, right? And it's only 20,000 views separating the difference. So then you're saying Mikey Garcia was only credible for 20,000 views, 20,000 pay-per-views. Because if he already did 340,000 with a guy that can't sell, then you're saying he only boosted it by 20. So it's Errol Spence. And all Mikey Garcia's big fights had an African-American fighter on the other side of him. Errol Spence, Adrian Broner, all his biggest fights. Adrian Broner, Errol Spence, Robert Easter. What other fight that Mikey Garcia had that was a huge event that wasn't on the other side of that? Because what gets devalued is the backing of the African American following in the sport of boxing. That's what gets dismissed and devalued.
I was getting ready.
Go ahead, Kurt.
No, I'm sorry, I cut you off. You know, because they vastly underrate and the black populace and the black boxing fan base. They undermine the black dollar. It goes a lot deeper than boxing, people. You know, because certain people want to monopolize boxing. They want to keep you away from everything. They want to break your spirit. So when you have people like Abel Sanchez, saying we don't support our fighters, that's a psychological trick to have you to believe that. It's almost like demonizing people. You're always saying something negative. You know, um, I'm gonna tell you this, man. Blacks in America love boxing, man. Love boxing, football, basketball. They top sports because we throw a lot of fight parties. That's just our culture. Ever since Tyson, we always had the most popular fighters, and Ali and Sugar Ray Leonard and Mayweather. When you got a fighter that can make over $900 million in 7 years, that's saying a lot. And then people be like, that's because he's fighting Mexican holidays. I'm like, nah, because Mayweather fought Mosley and did $1.5 million pay-per-view. So the black dollar is always undermined, and devalue and the fan base, but what people fail to realize, we cancel each other out. Like like Ali and Frazier they both have strong fan bases, but it's split down the middle. You guys 10 people, black fight fans, and five was going to say Frazier and five was going to say Ali. Same thing with Leonard Hearn. Same thing with Mosley and Mayweather, because I was at the press conference at the Nokia Theater in Times Square. And Spencer Crawford is another one. So we love boxing, and we're responsible not only for having a strong fan base, but the mighty dollar in general in this country, America. You'll be very surprised about the spending power that we have. I keep up with Consumers Report, so nobody can lose me or somebody try to tell you about your own people. But back to boxing, you know, um, you know, uh, Atlanta is a strong fan base. You've seen it with Tank. Philadelphia always had a strong fan base. Uh, Indianapolis, Memphis, Tennessee. Remember something? Even Memphis, Tennessee. That's where the Mike Tyson and Lennox Lewis fight took place. So you could set up shop anywhere if you have the right timing and the right fighter.
And let me say this too. Billy M said, can Charlo carry a better pay-per-view by himself over Garcia? And I'm gonna say this. None of these fighters can carry a pay-per-view by themselves. It takes two. Just like it takes two to create life, right? It takes two to do everything. It takes two. So now, this is going to be my question to y'all and to my brother Kurt, because this myth has to get debunked ASAP, right? Chris Ray, salute. When have two Mexican fighters fought each other and broke records? When have we seen two Mexican fighters fight and destroy all boxing records? Because the myth is that they carry the Mexican heritage carries the sport of boxing. So if that's the case, then once they compete against one another, right, they should destroy all records. Right, Kurt? When have we seen two Mexican fighters fight and break all pay-per-view records? Have you ever seen that, Kurt?
No, the only successful one that comes to mind, the fight was garbage, but it was a financial success, was Canelo and Chavez Jr. I think they did 1 million pay-per-view buys. And trust me, and this is no knock. Listen, I love the Mexican fan base. I love Mexican fighters. I was taught at an early age to respect them, through my father. And I'm not knocking Mexican boxing or Mexican fans, but I have to be very honest. They're very racist, very racist. You know, they always try to undermine us blacks, but I love the Irish fan base, the Polish fan base. You know who has a very underrated fan base? Canada. Every time there's a fight up there, up north, they go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
What's my man that got hurt? Stevenson dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they just go crazy for them. And see, because Mexicans are a big part of boxing. And I love it. I love their great fighting spirit. I really do. I can do without all the racism. And I'm not going to stay too far on that, but it just rubs me the wrong way how they treated Floyd during that press conference. But Canelo and Chavez Jr. were a financial success, But besides that, when you look at the top pay-per-views, there's a black fighter. I think the only non-black fighters in there is not in there is Trinidad and De La Hoya, which did 1.9 million. But Floyd, yeah, his name always seemed to come up.
Mm-hmm.
He
Mike
killed
Tyson.
pay-per-view. Mike Tyson.
Mm-hmm.
Floyd did 4.6 million, man, on 2 occasions, man.
Mm-hmm.
4.4 and 4.6, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
What did he do as Canelo? That was 4.4, right?
I think. Let me look at it.
No, was it 2.4?
Mm-hmm. Not to mention
2.4. De La Hoya and Pacquiao and Mayweather did 4.6. So I got that mixed up. So he's in a lot of them. Holyfield and Tyson is up there. Loaded Lewis and Tyson. So don't fall for the tricks when they say we don't support our fighter. We cancel each other fan bases out, because when you have two black fighters, it's going to be split down the middle most of the time.
Yep. That's what happens, and for whatever reason, it gets just swept under the rug for whatever reason, and this myth starts to surface that if you don't have the Mexican fan base, then it's not going to do well. Because the last time I checked, Manny Pacquiao is from the Philippines, not from Mexico, and that's the highest grossing pay-per-view in the history of the sport. Second, you got Floyd Mayweather, right? And Conor McGregor, I believe, right? And Conor McGregor is from Ireland, right? And so then you go to Floyd and Oscar De La Hoya and Floyd and Canelo. That's what happens. So 4.3 million pay-per-view buys Floyd Mayweather versus a guy that's not even a boxer and is from Ireland. From Ireland. So this myth that you need that fan base is just that, a myth. It's just that. It's a myth. It's there to create confusion. It's there to create confusion. Right? But Buster Douglas and Evander Holyfield is in the top 20 of all-time pay-per-view buys. Right? So let's just look at this, Kurt. Let's just look at this. Mike Tyson fought Bruce Seldon and broke pay-per-view numbers. Let's look at this. Let's go to top 10 all time. Shane Mosley and Manny Pacquiao is number 13. Number 12, Frank Bruno, Mike Tyson, 1.3. Then you got a UFC fight, Floyd Mayweather, Shane Mosley, 2 African-American fighters, 1.4 million pay-per-view buys at number 11. No, excuse me, Kurt. It must be, number 11. Oh, it's tied. Oscar De La Hoya and Felix Trinidad, Kurt, is tied with Floyd Mayweather and Shane Mosley. They both 1.4. They did the exact same numbers. The exact same numbers. So you had 2 African Americans and 2 Mexicans, and they did the same numbers. They did the same numbers.
Trinidad, Puerto Rican.
Yep. Excuse me, Puerto Rican, 2 Latin fighters, right? Then guess what, Kurt? We can't even get to number 10 because at number 11, once again, we got 2 African American fighters, Evander Holyfield and George Foreman, who tied Floyd Mayweather, Shane Mosley, and Oscar De La Hoya and Trinidad at 1.4. Then at number 11 again, we stay there with Pacquiao and Marquez at 1.4. Right? Then you got UFC, Conor McGregor. Then you got Floyd Mayweather and Miguel Cotto at number 10, 1.5. Then you got Mike Tyson and Peter McNeely. So Peter McNeely is not a Mexican fighter. And Mike, right? I'm finding it real odd that one common in all of this is that the African-American fighter is involved. So Mike Tyson and Peter McNeely, 1.5 at number 9. Number 8, once again, 2 African-American fighters, Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield at number 8, 1.6. Number 7, we have UFC again, which is not 2 Mexican fighters, but it's Brock Lesnar. Then it's another UFC fight. Now, number 5, right, Kurt? Can you guess what it is, Kurt? Number 5 is do you a Mexican fighter involved in this? Now we're in the top 5.
I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna give it to you, Kurt. At number 5, we got Lennox Lewis and Mike Tyson. 2 million pay-per-view buys. Once again, 2 African-American fighters. Number 4, 2 more African-American fighters. Holyfield and Mike Tyson. 2 million pay-per-view buys. 2.1. Number 3, Floyd Mayweather, Canelo Alvarez. 2.2 million pay-per-view buys. Right? Number 2, Floyd Mayweather, Oscar De La Hoya. And number 1, Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather at 4.6. So, and number 2 is now, this is number 2 is really Floyd Mayweather and what's his name? Conor McGregor. So Floyd Mayweather and Oscar De La Hoya is actually number 3. His number 2 is 4.4 with Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather, which was edged out by 200,000 pay-per-view buys with Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. So you can't find one scenario in the top 10 that's 2 Mexican fighters that's top 10 that's headlining a pay-per-view and breaking records. Not one. But you can find multiple top 10 fights where it's 2 African-American fighters, not including a Mexican fighter, that's breaking records. So there we have, let's just debunk the myth that you need the Mexican fan base to sell the sport of boxing. Am I right, Kurt?
You're exactly right. Let me tell you how popular Mike Tyson was. Mike Tyson was so damn popular that you had to order your pizza a day before the fight. That's how all pizza shops, you know, when Tyson was on a fast track to stardom and he was on pay-per-view, you try to order pizza, they used to tell you, sorry, we don't have the enough drivers to get your pizza at a timely manner. So they said,
Hold on, Kurt. Hold on, Kurt.
Mhm.
Rusty Spago, he corrected me, and I said this. Yeah, Rusty Spago. He said I said Lennox Lewis, African American fighter. Just about he's African British fighter. Is what I should have said. African British fighter. But
yeah, but Mike Tyson,
black fighter.
It was Mike Tyson imprints all over that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you, like I said, Mike Tyson was so popular that they used to sell out pizza, and you had to order your pizza, the day before the fight. I remember he fought Ruddock on a Friday, Razor Ruddock, and I don't know how many pay-per-views it did. I had to order my pizza the day before the fight. Peter McNeely a day before the fight. Holyfield a day before the fight. Because he was that popular. Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather killed the game, man, in a good way. So when Floyd has a big head, I can't blame him, man. I mean, look what he's done. Look at his pay-per-view numbers are astronomical.
Mm-hmm.
Over 4 million. Almost 5.
Uh-huh. Salute to the General 7A. Kurt, he said, laughing my butt off, Blue effing up them cheese puffs. Hey, man, I ain't eat all day, man. These joints taste like a full course meal, man.
Hey, Blue, you want to hear something funny? I had when you was talking, I muted my mic and ran into the kitchen because my wife bought me a big old Fred Flintstone sub, and I was messing it up, man. I had to chew it down real quick because when you said, Kurt, what do you think about that? I had a mouthful of food. When you're hungry, anything tastes like a steak.
Yeah, man. It tastes like a full course meal, man. I'm hungry, man.
And that sub was good. My wife left it right. You know how I feel when a man see a nice meal on his counter?
Oh,
and I looked at the sandwich because she said I ain't cooking tonight, and I took a big old bite out of the sandwich, like It the Clown.
Yeah, I got these cheese puffs. I was like, man, I'm starving, man.
So and you asked me that question, I had lettuce and tomato falling out my mouth.
I know the feeling, Kurt.
Oh boy.
Salute to my brother David Torres. That's my bro right there. David Torres, salute, baby boy.
But I just want to say,
go ahead, Kurt.
We're not coming at nobody. I made that clear before, because anybody like Canelo, I'm a big Canelo fan, man. I love Canelo. Even though, no fighter is above criticism. We talked about that. But, I love all fan bases. I just don't like the racism, man. And, being unfair to, all the black fighters have to do all the heavy lifting, man. And Mikey gets destroyed by Spence, and know what his reward is? $7 million. Mikey Tracy Farley.
Mm-hmm. That's ridiculous.
Oh boy.
And Lockie, don't think I ain't noticed I ain't see you in a minute. Don't think we ain't noticed that. You ain't get off. Don't think you got off. I ain't see you in a minute. Playing hooky. Big Dose 513, salute. She been MIA and come here stirring up trouble. You know?
Yeah, man. Me and Lala D is real cool, man. Lala D bought me a Sugar Ray Robinson tank top. She know that's my favorite fighter, man. And thank you, Lala D. You've been MIA though. We've been looking for you with searchlights and torches.
Mm-hmm. You think she's slick? Gonna come in here talking about, hey, Blue, you giving Andre the pass. We're gonna peek her head in and disappear. You know what I mean? She thinks she's slick, like nobody noticed her. You know what I mean? No, we We know it's the void. You ain't slick. G5_Gabe. Salute, bro. She ain't slick. But yeah, Kurt. So I don't even know how we got on this topic, Kurt.
It just went in its natural course, man. That's all.
I don't even know how we got here. Salute the Nerd Jen in the super chat. Hey, Blue, Wilder versus Fury will be phenomenal numbers, and if he wins, there's no way they will do 50-50 split with Joshua. Well, yeah, y'all gonna want cheese doodles after this show. I can guarantee you, at least 10 people gonna go out and get some cheese doodles after this show. That's just the way it works. You know what I mean? At least 10 people gonna go get some cheese doodles. But I think that Deontay Wilder beats Tyson Fury, and he does it in dramatic fashion. Jay Lee, salute. Roger Maxwell, salute. Bo One, my brother. I believe that he defeats him in dramatic fashion, Kurt. And you I want your opinion on this. Do you think, I think that at that point, Wilder could demand 60-40 split from Joshua, because you got to look at it. If in 2020, right? Well, 2019 and 2020, right? If we look at it from that perspective, he would have defeated Tyson Fury. He fought Tyson Fury. He fought him to a draw, but he defeated Ortiz twice in 2019, right, Kurt? If I'm correct, right?
Yep.
So he defeated Ortiz twice in 2019, and then he drew with Tyson Fury, but he nearly knocked him out. And was that fight of the year? Fury and Wilder?
Who's that? I don't think so.
No, right? But I
don't think so.
It was a candidate, right?
Yeah, but it wasn't fight. Right.
Right, but it wasn't fight of the year. And then, Kurt, now you go into 2020. Now he defeats Tyson Fury in dramatic fashion, because we know he's not going to put him on the cards. He's going to knock him out, right? Nobody, I'm not saying he can't beat him on the card, but we know that's just not his MO, right? He knocks you out. So he knocks him out. Joshua and Wilder not going to fight next. I know people going to call for it after he knocks Fury out. They're going to want to see it next. It's not going to happen. Don't even get your hopes up for that, because that's not what's going to happen. Joshua's going to fight Kubrat Pulev, and they already have it set up. And see, they're using Deontay Wilder as promotion. Definitely Eddie Hearn is. Maybe not so much Joshua, but Eddie Hearn is using Deontay Wilder as promotion. He knows it's not going to happen in Joshua's next two fights. It's going to be Joshua versus Kubrat Pulev. I don't want to get your thoughts on how that fight going to play out too, Kurt. But he's going to fight Kubrat Pulev, and then he's going to fight Alexander Usyk. Should Alexander Usyk? The only thing that's gonna see Joshua and Wilder fight next is if Alexander Usyk loses to Derek Chisora or Joseph Parker, because that's going to push him out. He's not going to fight Derek Chisora or Joseph Parker, especially Joseph Parker in the rematch. That's the only thing. The only way I could see a possibility of Wilder and Joshua fighting next after their two respective upcoming fights. But saying this to say, if Wilder defeats Tyson Fury in dramatic fashion, and then he goes on, let's say he fights Dillian White, right? Well, we got to think about this. Now we got to look at it this way. The only losses on Ortiz's resume is Wilder. The only loss on Fury resume will be Wilder. The only loss, let's say if he fights Dillian White, right? The only loss on his resume would be Joshua and Wilder. And the only loss on Dominic Brazil resume is Wilder and Joshua. So at that point in time, right, now you just got to compare the level of opponents. And Fury trumps all of them. He trumps all of them. And then just in 2019 and 2020, Joshua, his resume is not going to compare. It doesn't compare. So what Wilder's doing is he's surpassing Joshua easily. He's marching right past him. And so if Joshua fights Kubrat Pulev and then fights, he has to fight Alexander Usyk to keep up with Deontay Wilder. And I don't even, and that's just because the boxing world, they'd love to cheer on Alexander Usyk. Yeah, he was undisputed at cruiserweight, and I'm not taking anything away from him. But the biggest victory to me is Michael Hunter on Alexander Usyk's resume. Right? Nurjen, salute in the super chat. 50-50 2 years ago was fair, but AJ's peeps overplayed their hand. Wilder now is the face of boxing, while at the time, after Klitschko, Joshua was the talk of the town. Yeah, exactly. Right? Jimmy Boxer, salute. So Kurt, now he goes on and fights. So Joshua needs a higher profile fighter to be able to keep up. And now, Wilder knocks Fury out in dramatic fashion, it's over. And so when he goes to the negotiation table, he is calling the shots, hands down, bar none. It's not even close. Am I right, Kurt? Yeah, Kurt?
Oh, you called me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because it went blank for a second. You know, I would use the Joshua upset as a bargaining tool. You know, if we was negotiating the fight, because you were a 20-1 favorite.
Hold on, Kurt. Mm-hmm. Hey, don't put Rusty Spigo in timeout. Why y'all put him in timeout? Don't put him in timeout. Don't time him out. Nothing. He didn't say anything wrong. Relax with the wrench, man. He was right when he corrected me, man. He said I said he was African American. He's not. So he was right when he corrected me. Don't put him in timeout. Don't put Rusty Spigo in timeout. Go ahead, Kurt.
I want to know Rusty Spigo's nationality. I ain't trying to be funny enough. I must say this with a smile on my face. You know, certain black that's not American, when you call them American, they be like, no. He's an American. No. Anyway, I had to get that through. But anyway, I would use the Joshua upset as a bargaining tool and chip, because you were the victim.
Hey, Kurt, he said he's South African.
Oh, okay. South Africa. Okay. I love South African house music, man. Bootsy and she's a South African house music artist. But anyway, I like their house music over there. But anyway, I would use the Joshua upset as a bargaining chip, because you was a 20-1 favorite and you lost. You got knocked out. Meanwhile, myself, I knocked out, Ortiz, twice, and I beat Fury, and I'm getting ready to fight him again. 2 top heavyweights, and he knocked out Brazil, so he's on a run. He has all the momentum in the world, and if he knocks out Fury in dramatic fashion on February 22nd, it's no longer 50-50. But now they're going to undermine Hearn and Joshua. They're going to undermine Wilder's star power. They're delusional, thinking he has none. Where your star is not as bright as it used to be. That's Joshua. Hey, even though you got your title back, almost by default, I do give you some credit, because Ruiz, weighed like 600 pounds. But anyway, I say that Wilder is the A side, but they're going to give Wilder a hard time. They're not going to relinquish Joshua being the B side, because that's just how they feel. It's almost like a superiority complex, so that they have when they talk about Wilder. Remember, they call him the dude from Alabama, the hillbilly and all that, but, hey, if 50-50, I'll take the fight, even though Wilder, if he beats Fury, is more like 45-55, 60-40. I would say 60-40. The more I think about it, 60-40. But is in no way, shape, or form Hearn will accept that. And Joshua, they not going to accept that. So that might put a stomper on the fight, man.
Yeah, I agree. KQKC Boxing, what's good with you, KQKC? Ronald Haskins, salute. Yeah, the fourth card decree, salute. It's not even close. It's not even close. It's not even close.
They're delusional, Blue.
Yeah, they are. They are.
He's not as big a star as they think.
Yeah.
He's not. He's not. He may be big in the UK, but that some of that shine's been lost by the knockouts. Some of that aura has been lost. And plus when he came to New York, they tried so hard to make him a star over here, and things went horribly wrong. So you have to bring up all those things. If I was Wild the team, I'll bring up everything. You lost. You lost to the Michelin man. You lost.
You lost in one of the biggest upsets in the sport history. So that means you wasn't supposed to even it wasn't even supposed to be a competition. Black Bruce Wayne Jr., salute to you, bro. Marcus Cano, Con 4-3, Camille Ali, salute. It wasn't even supposed to be close. That's why it was one of the truth be told, salute. That's why it was one of the biggest upsets in the history of the sport. Because it wasn't supposed to be close. It wasn't supposed to be competitive. And you lost in dramatic fashion, in reverse. You got dropped 4 times and stopped. You lost in dramatic fashion. D Solo 2009, salute to you. UK in the building. You lost in dramatic fashion, Kurt. Reverse. It was supposed to be you dropping him 4 times and stopping him. Instead, he reversed the roles, dropped you 4 times and stopped him. And then your get back, you didn't get your full credit for your get back because it was widely speculated, and now we know it's true, that Andrew Weezer Jr. was not taking the rematch serious. He was not focused. He wasn't in the gym. We knew this. He was spending money. He was enjoying the fruits of what he accomplished. Everything boxing, salute. Right? Imani Andrews, salute. AJRX, salute. So then it comes, and then he proves that. He proves it to us exactly what was being speculated, even though he tried to come out. Remember, he tried to come out and debunk it and say, no, people just don't know what they're talking about. Yeah, I celebrated this party, my birthday and my cousin's birthday, but I was focused. Remember, he tried to debunk the notion, and then Kurt proves it to us by getting on the scales at nearly 300 pounds, and then they didn't want to report and reveal his actual weight fight night because he weighed 3. He gained 16 more. Listen, he's a heavyweight. So there's no point in him rehydrating like these other fighters have to do. He's not a welterweight, and in the night of the fight, they report his actual weight because he gonna rehydrate to his normal weight. He's a heavyweight. So how did he go from 284, 283.6 was when he got on the scale. So he went from 283.6, 84 pounds, to 302, Kurt?
Blue, yeah, Blue, it's something when Riddick Bowe and Buster Douglas sitting home going, damn, Andy, you put on a lot of weight.
Right, Kurt. How like he went and he act like he had to rehydrate.
You notice he wouldn't take his shirt off. He took right before the fight, then when he took his shirt off. You notice that he always had his shirt on. I knew something was wrong with that.
He walked to the middle of the ring when they was giving instructions with his shirt on, didn't he?
I believe so. And then I'm like, holy. And you had to be humiliated. You had Canelo Alvarez there.
Yeah. Miami Snoopy 305, salute. Sherman Callahan, salute. Jay Dixon, salute. And then you go there, right? Kurt, you've been there, the biggest fight of your life. So this is what I'm saying is to say, Joshua couldn't even get his full dues for that because everybody looked at him and said, oh, you should have did that. All you had to do was move around the ring. He couldn't keep up. It was obvious. It's just like Curry. I know you remember this. Evander Holyfield never got his just dues for being Buster Douglas because of one, we never got to see Buster Douglas Mike Tyson rematch, and two, Buster Douglas came in completely out of shape. So remember when he fought Riddick Bowe, Kurt? They were saying, you know, the people didn't think he was the real champion. And remember, Riddick Bowe dedicated that fight, the first fight with him and Holyfield, to Mike Tyson because he felt like Mike Tyson, it should have been Mike Tyson. Remember, he was acting like it was redemption for Mike Tyson. Salute to Nerd Jen in the super chat. He tried to train himself like Clubber Lang. That brother thought he could do the same thing he did the first fight, and he almost did too. No, Nerd Jen, he didn't train himself. He didn't go to the gym at all. He never went to the gym at all. He went to the gym twice a week. Twice a week?
Terrible.
Horrible. But you remember that, right, Kurt? So Riddick Bowe dedicated that first fight to Mike Tyson because they felt like he didn't get his just dues. Mike Tyson. And they never looked at Holyfield as the true champion. And so that's kind of the similar situation Joshua is. The only difference is Joshua was the original champ, and in Holyfield's situation, Mike Tyson was the original champ. But Mike Tyson lost to Buster Douglas. He got knocked out. And they still didn't want to give Evander Holyfield a credit because the fight with Holyfield and Mike Tyson never came to fruition. Remember, it fell through. He had the injury, and then all of those things took place, and the fight just never happened. So they never looked at him as the official champion. And that's kind of the situation with Joshua. The only thing is he's the original champ. And so with Joshua is looked at like, people look at it and say, well, you did what you were supposed to do against this dude. He was 300 pounds. He was Butterbean. You fought Butterbean is what you did. And so Cindy Gaither Rivera, salute. So you fought Andy Ruiz, and Wilder's fighting Fury, Ortiz, and defeating these dudes. And then the kicker here is, see, this is what they're not realizing. He go ahead after defeating Fury. Boston Vortex, salute. They're making a grave mistake on top of this, Kurt. He go ahead and defeat Fury in dramatic fashion. If he goes and defeats Dillian White on top of it, because Dillian White is their second in command, right? He's the second in command over in the UK, right? Because Tyson Fury, for whatever reason, you know, he's not viewed as, you don't look at him as a UK fighter because he fights in the States. He's fought in the States multiple times, and now he don't plan on fighting back in the UK no time soon. So you look at Dillian White and Anthony Joshua as holding up for the UK. He goes and defeats Dillian White after defeating Tyson Fury. Guess what? First of all, he's on the UK triangle. You know, in basketball, you go through the Texas triangle when you play the Spurs, the Mavericks, and the Rockets. You got to go through the Texas triangle. In the NBA, you go on the road games, and you go through the Texas. You play the Rockets, the Spurs, and the Mavericks. That's what Deontay Wilder's going to do. He's going to defeat Tyson Fury. He defeat Dillian White. He's beating the best of the UK. There's only one piece left. And he knocking him out in dramatic fashion? It's over. How do you negotiate with that? You're giving him the better of the fighters. Especially if they give Dillian White Andy Ruiz Jr. If Dillian White gets Andy Ruiz Jr. and defeats Andy Ruiz Jr., it's over. I don't think that they're paying attention. If he defeats Andy Ruiz Jr. and Andy Ruiz Jr. looks anything resemblance of his old self, and this is who Deontay Wilder faces and beats, how could you negotiate? I've been a better fighter for the better part of 2 years now. I've been fighting a better opposition. I've been carrying the sport, the heavyweight division. While you was getting knocked out and having to redeem yourself, I was carrying the division. I was holding it up for us. So now we go to negotiation tables. What could you possibly tell me? And I'm fighting on pay-per-view that's $70, $80. You fighting on pay-per-view that's $25. What could you possibly tell me in negotiations? And the more I think about it, the more I'm hoping that he stands on his square. Because you know what? Deontay Wilder give us that fight for the sake of giving us that fight because he know the fans want that fight. Just like he was willing to do the 12.5 flat fee and then the 15 million flat fee. All he wanted was the rematch clause, right? And you know, he'll do the, like he just recently said, I want them to stand pat with that 50-50 split. Man, if he accomplishes knocking out Tyson Fury in dramatic fashion, and then he goes and knocks out, because he's going to knock out Dillian White. Oh, that's going to happen. Oh, he going to learn. He going to learn. So he going to get Dillian White. Now he do that. Fighting Kubrat Pulev and Alexander Usyk, don't do it, baby. It's just not enough. Marcos Cano, saluting the super chat. Keep grinding, bro. Support the channel. Smash the like button. Yeah, smash the like button, man. T. Willie, salute. I don't know how many likes we got, but smash the like button, man. Get them likes up to 350. Salute to my brother Marcos Cano. What you think, Kurt? Am I right?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, couldn't said it better. You know, he has to fight a high-profile opponent. You know, that Joshua, that is. You know, I mean, Wilder's fighting Fury in February, and Joshua's next opponent is going to be Pulev. Pulev ain't nobody. He's going to get knocked out in 4 or 5 rounds, maybe before that. You know, where Joshua going to go after that? You know, where Wilder, if he wins, probably fight Dillian White. You know, so who Joshua gonna fight? Usyk? Who? We don't know, cause Hearn and Joshua move funny. But it's time for the fight to happen in 2020, man. Forget all the shenanigans, man. You know, Wilder. You know, I don't care if it's in November. Wilder can fight in February. As he's fighting, he could fight Dillian White in the summertime. If Dillian White make it hard for negotiations, just take a tune-up fight. I don't care who it is, and then go for Joshua at the end of the year. So that's what I see for Wilder. And I'm gonna tell you, if he beats Fury, knock him out. He knock out Dillian White, Joshua. What more is to do? You know, because Wilder's getting paid. He made good of the Ortiz fight. He's gonna make a bundle off the Fury fight. So all his fights, you know, the Joshua fight, of course, going to be pay-per-view. That's life-changing money tenfold. He's already going to make a killing in February because you always got to add in the business because it weighs on the fighter. What more can I do? I did what I wanted to do. I came out of this game a rich man. I knocked out everybody. I will go down as one of the hardest hitting fighters in history. But first things first, though. So this year, 2020, if things go according to plan, Deontay Wilder could be fighter of the year if he get past all those fighters because he has high profile competition, you know, and it's not out the realm of possibility that he can win all 3 fights in dramatic fashion by knockout.
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
And that's what I'm saying, Kurt. Like, now, the more I think about it, the less 50-50 sounds correct. And it doesn't sound 50-50. It doesn't sound correct. And I know they're gonna say, "Well, look at Joshua again." They're gonna go back to the fan base of the salute to Nerd and Super Chat. There's no route to 50-50 if Wilder wins big. That's what I'm saying. Kurt, I know they're gonna go back to this myth or this fan base that you know he has this whole country behind him, so on and so forth. Kurt, it ain't close. If Deontay Wilder accepts 50-50 to fight Anthony Joshua after knocking out Tyson Fury in dramatic fashion and knocking out Dillian White in dramatic fashion, he's shortchanging himself in 50-50.
Yeah.
Because he's carrying the fight at this point in time. And the way, remember too, Kurt, another thing is, after Joshua defeated Andy Ruiz in the rematch, the way he was perceived, because everybody said that they didn't like in the manner he won the fight.
A lot of people said that. It was he boxed, but you could see he was very tentative because the pressure was on. He had to win. but at all costs, so he boxed, but he was very tentative, and Ruiz made it hard for himself by being overweight. I'm not convinced about the so-called boxing skill set. I got to see more. Pulev is not the fighter to bring it out. When he's in danger and he gets hit, how he's going to react. So it may be another 2 fights before we see Joshua in any danger. There's not a lot there in the heavyweight. It's very top heavy. You got young fighters coming, but they're not ready yet. So if I was Wild, I'll play hardball. 60%, 60-40.
60-40. 60-40. Right? Why not? I mean, I just can't. 55-45 at the least.
I'll accept that because it's life-changing money. I ain't gonna blow that. It's So I'm a businessman. That's why I keep bringing the business side of it up. But he deserves it. But 55, 45, yeah, I'll take that. I'm trying to be fair to Joshua, but you coming off a loss, you had to redeem yourself, like you said, Blue, where I'm stretching people out like Persian rugs.
Right.
So
I'm carrying the excitement. You lost dramatic fashion. You got dropped 4 times and stopped. Then you came back in the rematch and you won the rematch, but you did it in me personally, Blue Blood, I like the man he did it because I like the fact that he made adjustments and he stayed on his toes. He showed dedication to the rematch is what I liked about it, Kurt. Is because he had to buckle down and bite down and reinvent himself to make sure he don't get into the exchanges with Ruiz to be victorious. So I like the fact that he committed to he buckled down. He did the polar opposite of what Andy Ruiz did. Polar opposite. And so that's what but the fans were not happy with that showing. The fans didn't like it. Right? The boxing, most of the boxing pundits, and I talked to high profile people that know Anthony Joshua personally. I talked to a lot of people and they were not impressed by it. Right? And the fans weren't impressed by it because everybody felt like he just ran. You never dropped him. You didn't knock him out. You did none of those things. Salute the Nerd Gen and Super Chat once again. Hardball 70-30, 60-40 is fair. Yeah. Smash the like button, man. Support the channel. Right, Kurt? So you ran away from him. You didn't drop him. You didn't even drop him in the fight. You didn't really visually hurt him. You just used a lot of movement. Right? And so people weren't satisfied with that. Salute to Jupiter B in the super chat. Hearn knows it's 60-40 Wilder now. That's why Hearn suddenly said 50-50. He don't want to negotiate because he knows they're the B side now. Exactly, Jupiter B. And the thing is, they gave Deontay Wilder the opportunity to separate himself. He caught up in their eyes, right? So I always thought he was but I think it don't matter, right? But so he caught up to him, right? Because he was the star power, Joshua. Now he caught up to Joshua in star power. And now, if you say they're even right now, Eddie Hearn, because this is what Eddie Hearn said, they're even right now. So if he fights Tyson Fury and defeats Tyson Fury, dramatic fashion, and which I'm sure if he knocks out Tyson Fury, that's going to be fight of the year. Unless you get some serious bomb burner that you just can't be denied, right? He knocks him out, then he fights Kubrat Pulev, and you don't knock out Kubrat Pulev in dramatic fashion, and that fight somehow ends up like Joshua versus Joseph Parker, it's over. I don't even think knocking Pulev out like Deontay did Dominic Brazil would match him knocking out, because it's 2 different levels of fighters. Fury and knocking out Kubrat Pulev is 2 different things. And there's a chance he might not knock out Kubrat Pulev. And if he get hurt in the fight against Kubrat Pulev and then have to use his wheels like he did Andy Ruiz, it's over. What you think, Kurt?
Yeah, first of all, Pulev looks so bad, man. He's not going to give Anthony Joshua any resistance, man. He's just a guy waiting to lose. And just because Joshua used the ring and boxed well against Ruiz doesn't mean it's going to work on every fighter. We saw at the Garden against Ruiz the first fight. I said this before he lost. When I saw the Klitschko fight, I said any fighter that gives him resistance and hit him, he's going to beat Joshua. And I was right. It could have been Joseph Parker, but he's so tentative. He has the same set as Danny Jacobs. Certain fighters, if you oppose your will on them, and like I said, Joshua has a glaring weakness. When he gets hit, he falls apart. And it came true at Madison Square Garden. The only reason he boxed, he had to win this fight, his career, or else his career would have been in a tailspin. You know, sometimes a fighter can feel pressure where no matter what the circumstances are or how bad they look, they have to win this fight. It happened to Floyd Mayweather against Pacquiao. That was a very conservative performance with Mayweather. Same with Joshua, because both of them haven't come. They had to win. Joshua with a second consecutive loss, his career would have been damn near over to ashes. You know, what impressed me about him that he didn't get tired. You know, he dropped that lot of muscle. He didn't get tired, so I was kind of surprised on that. You know, but just because you fight that way, that don't mean you can fight any heavyweight that way. You know, but after he fights Pulev, who is it? You know, who we gonna fight? You know, while Wilder's doing the heavy lifting himself, getting rid of top contenders. So, you know, that's the way I see it. So, you know, I hope the fight comes off the fall of 2020.
And don't forget too, Kurt. Let's not forget, a lot of boxing pundits feel like Tyson Fury is the best heavyweight out of all of them. So knocking Tyson Fury out clearly puts you in number one for Deontay Wilder.
Absolutely. I don't know how that, yeah, because a lot of them, they got Tyson Fury at number one. You know, and I don't think so, because remember, there was a fight he fought a guy by the name of the Outer Wallin, and looked horrible. Got cut, hurt several times. You know, Wallin just ran out of gas, or it would have been a different story. You know, but you know, Wilder has to win this fight February 22nd, man. I want him to win in dramatic fashion so bad I can taste it. I know he could taste it. He just can't be impatient. Let the fight come to him, set him up, and get him out of there. Even if you don't knock him out, which we all do, you know, win convincingly where there's no controversy on the scorecards. You know, either or. I would prefer knockout to send a statement made. So, you know, we go hard for Wilder, and you know we got other people who's against them because we like them. You know, and these are not European channels. I'm not going to say their names, but you got Black American channels, and they hate Wilder. I don't know. I tell you behind the scenes, their names are, you know, blue, but you know, I mean, Fury's a weird fighter because I like him one day and don't like him the next, but I just think, you know, like Wilder say he's a con artist. You know, he's over here in America. First, he tried to get on the Mexican tip with the trunks and all that. Then he tries to dance black and, you know, quoting these crazy lines. And he's just like real goofy and quirky. But because of his size and skills, he can't fight. I'm not going to hold that against him. And Wilder has to be ready.
Yeah. Salute to AJRX. He had a question, Kurt, in the super chat. He said, are AJ's 4 belts more important to Wilder, or is Wilder's 40% more important to AJ? Does Wilder want the 4 belts, or does AJ want the 40% more? Question.
Well, AJ made a lot of money, you know. Man, that's a good question because I really don't know. I don't know what he's thinking. You know, he says legacy, but fighters are liars. It's money. I'm going to say money, and he's going to command more than 40%. It ain't going to be no fight. He's not going to accept Wilder getting more than him. I can tell you that now. So I would have to say money. I mean, you know, he wanted them belts back against Ruiz, and he fought like it. And I could be wrong, but I'm just taking an educated guess because I don't know no fighter who fought for free like that. But you know, good question.
Yeah, that's a great question. And I would have to think that I'm agreeing with Kurt, and I'm just going to put it in a different way. I think Wilder wants the belts more than the money. He already showed us that when he was willing to accept the 12.5 and the 15 flat fees. So if it comes down to it, I believe that's why I said I believe Wilder would go with the 50-50 split, even though he know his worth is more now. You know, his stock is higher, and he's been carrying the weight. I think that for the fans and for his legacy, the belts are more important, being undisputed, and the fans are more important. And like he always say, he don't understand why the fans even count the money. And he always says that he made great investments, so he ain't worried about money. So I think that Wilder will go ahead and take the 50-50 because he's still he have an opportunity to gain the belts, and he has the opportunity, you know, to build on his legacy and give the fans what they want. So he feels like, you know, the money is going to come. He's still good. Once he become undisputed, he's going to get even bigger money afterwards anyway. So that's how he's going to look at it, and he'll take the 50-50 split. So me and Kurt both, you know, we're in agreement with that. You know, so Kurt, let's get on out of here, man, so we could come back at 9, man. We're gonna have a special guest at 9 o'clock. So hopefully that comes to fruition, and we have a special guest at 9 o'clock, and we'll come back on. So it's 7 o'clock now, Kurt. Let's go ahead and close it out, and then we could, you know, you can eat your sub. I could give me something to eat. So go ahead and close us out, Kurt.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Great show as usual, man. I thank the chat for supporting us. Thank you for the super chats, man. Thank Blue for another great show. He's always on the grind, man. And we will see you guys later. My name is Curtis Anderson, aka Kurt Sugar. Peace.
And guys, click the bell icon. And once you click on the bell icon, even if you have been subscribed and you get the notifications, click the bell icon once again and click it and make sure you have it on all, because YouTube won't send out the notifications. So at 9 p.m. after the General 7A Sports TV gets off, we will be coming back with a special guest. So make sure y'all click the bell icon at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be coming back on at 6 p.m. We're going to have a special guest. So make sure y'all click the bell icon so y'all get the notifications, put a reminder, do something like that so that y'all know at 9 p.m. we will be coming back. We will be having a special guest. So make sure y'all click the icon and make sure y'all remember. All right. So that's all we got for y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue by Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at by Sports TV, all one word. You already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. So that's all we got for y'all. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.